Hey, what's up guys, I'm back in another video, and today I'm talking about why the NBA should be scared of the Toronto Raptors. And what I mean by this is not like that they're guaranteed to win a finals or anything. I'm just going to be giving 3 reasons why I think the Raptors could be very good next year, and why teams should be looking out for them, and like what they should look out for, and like just why I think the Raptors are going to be good next year, basically. So yeah, without further ado, without running on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be their defense. As last year, they were already a top 10 defense in this league, one of the better defenses in the entire league by far. I mean, they had great defensive players, good athletic players, and now they have added Kawhi Leonard, probably the best defensive player in the league, as he is a 2-time defensive player of the year. I mean, this dude's a beast, and they got him for DeMar DeRozan, so I mean, yes, DeMar DeRozan is good on defense, but I think you can definitely say you improve defensively by swapping DeRozan for Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi is a much better defender than DeRozan, and in my opinion, Kawhi is a much better player than DeMar DeRozan. But Kawhi is a small forward, and DeMar DeRozan's a shooting guard, so they are able to also get Danny Green, who Danny Green is no replacement for DeMar, don't get me wrong, but Danny Green will be a very, very solid player to start for them. He can shoot the ball, he can play a little bit of defense, he's a very smart player, especially after playing under Greg Popovich for about 8 years. I mean, extremely smart player, so I think definitely their defense is going to be probably top 5, because now you have Kyle Lowry, an absolute beast on defense. He averaged 1.1 steals per game. He plays very, very good defense. And then Kawhi Leonard, probably the best two-way player in the entire league, hands down in my opinion. Probably a top 3 player when he's healthy. I mean, hard to get much better than that. Danny Green can play defense. Giannis Valanciunas can play defense and protect the paint. I mean, they're going to be a very, very good defensive team. Serge Ibaka can even play defense. So yeah, they're going to be a very, very good defensive team. But now my second reason for this is going to be their depth. Not many teams have the depth that the Toronto Raptors have, because like most teams, they have a pretty good starting 5. Look at the Thunder's bench is better than it was, but look at last year's Thunder. They had a very good starting lineup, but their bench was awful, which pretty much was their downfall and the reason they got bounced in the first round. But when you look at the Raptors, not only do they have a great starting 5 of Lowry, Danny Green, Kawhi, Ibaka, and Giannis Valanciunas, but they also have an amazing bench with players like Delon Wright, Fred VanVleet, 2 great backup point guards for them. I mean, they're extremely efficient players, and I mean, can score the ball very good. 2 really good backup point guards for them, and they had 2 great seasons last year. CJ Miles, he was a good backup shooting guard for them last year. I mean, kind of basic, but he was alright. OG Anunoby, I don't even know how to say his name, but their rookie last year, he started for them. He was very good for them when he started, and I think better than a lot of small forwards in this league. He was an extremely efficient small forward, especially for being a rookie, and now he's coming off the bench behind Kawhi Leonard. I think he'll be even more better because he'll be able to learn from Kawhi, and he won't have to like have the pressure on him having to perform every night. Now he's on the bench, so I mean, yeah, that's going to be a great depth at small forward. So I mean, that's point guard, shooting guard, and small forward that they have good depth. The center position is the only one that's kind of shaky. All they have right now is Giannis Valanciunas. And I mean, they haven't added no one yet, so I'm sure they will end up adding some veteran or something. But they definitely need to look into. I think they were looking into adding Greg Monroe, which would be very good. That would be I would love that pickup for the Toronto Raptors. They would have depth at every position. Because then when you go to the power forward, they also have Seacom, a young 24-year-old. I mean, he's all right. He's a good backup piece. He's pretty much like going to be a perennial bench piece. I mean, not good enough to start, but definitely good enough to come off your bench. And if they do manage to get Greg Monroe and fill in that backup center spot, they will be set. And I think it's pretty much they're the favorites in the East. If you have Kawhi, Lowry, Giannis Valanciunas, very underrated player, Serge Ibaka, that great bench that they have, Danny Green, and then you also get Greg Monroe to come off your bench, that's just an unbelievable bench and starting lineup. I think they would be the favorites over the Celtics, in my opinion. I'm not a Toronto Raptors fan or a Celtics fan. I just think, in my opinion, the Raptors would be favored over them. Don't hate me for saying that if you disagree with me. That's just what I think. It's my opinion. Alright, but now my third and final reason for this video is going to be their offense. Right now, they were a top 3 offense last year. And yes, they lost DeMar DeRozan, who is a very good scorer, especially from the mid-range. I mean, extremely efficient scorer. But I mean, it's not like they just lost their scoring altogether from DeMar DeRozan, because now they were able to add multiple very good scorers on the team, and they still have multiple great scorers. Just look who they have. So obviously they got Kawhi, and Kawhi is still a very good scorer. That's the main reason why he's looked at to be one of the best two-way players, because not only can he play lockdown defense, but he can also score at will. He can score from the three, mid-range. He can pretty much score everywhere, including in the paint. I mean, he played center in high school, so he can definitely score in the paint as well. He's a very good scorer, put it that way. As last time he played a full year, so back in 2016 or 17, I don't know. I think it was the 2016 through 17 season, that he averaged 25 points per game, 38% from the three, and 52% from the field. And then you even look who else they have. They have people like Kyle Lowry, who, I mean, last year had probably one of the worst scoring years of his career, averaging 16 points per game on 39% from the three and 47% from the field. But the year before that, he averaged 26 points per game or 22 points per game. I know he was at a much better scoring year last year. So, I mean, there's a huge chance that he'll be averaging 20 points per game next year. So, I mean, they definitely have two very elite scorers still, and I don't think their offense will go down at all. I think if anything, it might go up, and they might jump the Pelicans, because the Pelicans were the two seed in the offensive ranking last year, so I think they might jump the Pelicans next year. And then, I mean, no telling what happens from there. And then, that's not even all they have, because, I mean, they also have people like Danny Green, OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, the white dude from the point guard. I mean, they have multiple very good scorers on their team right now, don't get me wrong. So, I mean, it's not just them, but those are the two main scorers that I think is going to have to carry the load a little bit more. But, I mean, they still have nothing but good scorers on their team, great defenders. I think all around their team is one of the most complete in the NBA. I think the Celtics have the most complete team, but if the Raptors can get Greg Monroe, I think they're equally as complete, and I just think that the Raptors would have the best player, and that would be pretty much what it came down to. I definitely think they're going to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. So, yeah. But unfortunately, guys, I'm going to be for this video. So, comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Raptors could make the finals? What do you think they're going to end up being? What seed do you think finals, conference finals, semifinals, or the first round? I want to hear all your thoughts below. And if you did like the video at any point, hit the like button and the subscribe button and mean the world to me. I mean, we're at 275 subscribers, I think, and that's just amazing to me. Thank y'all so much for giving me this chance and this opportunity. And don't worry, I will make the most of it, I swear. Thank y'all so much. Hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so all y'all need to have a blessed day. See you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.